What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Shay McCray Show, and I'm sitting here having the pleasure. I can't even get my words out because you already got me laughing already, so I need that same energy.
Yeah.
Waka Flocka flame. We still using the flame?
Yeah, of course. You gotta keep the light going.
How? You gotta keep the light going?
Gotta keep the light going.
Okay.
You gotta get warm. Gotta eat. You know, fire feed you, fire warm you.
Do all that, right?
Also burn the shit out of people
And
that play with.
So you burning people too?
Nah.
You ain't doing none of that, right?
I practice peace.
You practice peace?
Yeah.
All right, that's good to know. Because before we got started, he said everybody wants you to be wild, but you got...
Yeah, you know, because, you know, when you get an introduction as being something wild, young, don't give a kind of person, then they always got this question, they ask like, yo, so what was it that made you change? I'm like, nigga, you just met me on that side. Like,
yeah.
That's it. I just think like when you grow up, you grow into things.
Yeah.
And you grow out of things.
Adulting, grown people.
Yeah.
Grown people
I'm
status,
just grown.
that's it? You just grown?
I'm just one of them adults that just do adult stuff.
You
I
do
don't
adult
want to be
stuff.
like, live young forever. Like, hell no.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't speak to say, but
I don't want to be young. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with young? I think young is that's
how
you feel.
You know
it's
what
at heart. Well, I mean.
Yeah, but that to me that just means being healthy. That don't mean being young.
All right. Well, I'm healthy as hell.
Yeah, like
because I might not be outside, but I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta be in the lounge, but I might be on a cruise or on the plane, on the country, on the island. That's still outside.
I might be some Gemini shit because me personally.
You got two. It's like three of y'all right now.
Nah, people that even put a number on a Gemini actually never met a real Gemini. That means you met that Gemini.
Oh, let's elaborate, cause.
Yeah, because you might met a guy with 2-3 personalities. I'm just a whole.
I never had a problem with a guy Gemini. It's the female one. So let's talk about it.
I really even met female Geminis.
Okay.
I don't meet Geminis at all.
You don't meet Geminis, but
males.
Okay, male's not bad.
I never met a female Gemini.
Do you see what I'm saying?
But I did.
It didn't click, right?
Nah, we just never was even be friends. It's like, oh, hey, twin, I'm a Gemini. I'm like, oh, hey. It was one of those vibes.
Yeah, it's like, okay, can I get the F on? Like, it's,
Word?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Guys, Geminis are different. They say that, though. But I don't want to get into all that because, everybody be like, oh, believe in that. I'm a Cancer. I'm the coolest sign out there. But,
My daughter a Cancer.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Realist, right?
Yeah. Hard lovers, emotional.
Hard lovers, yep.
Gotta have friends. If they don't got friends, they feel like the world crashes.
You're crazy. I spend time with myself all the time. She will too. She being
yeah, she spend time by it.
all the time,
all
right?
the time.
In the room by herself.
But you want friends though. You yearn for it. What you do and what you say is definitely two different things.
Oh, really?
I'm saying in that scenario.
Oh, your daughter.
Not your scenario.
To
be clear.
Let's move it right along. Before you, I noticed when you came in, you was on the health kick real quick. You came in doing some little vitamin
milk
shots.
thistle.
Yeah, what's that
the
about?
Milk thistle clean the liver, take the metals out your body. So I'm heavy on taking like metal out of my body because I hear all these theories and conspiracies, you know what I'm saying? Like these scared straight information is what I call it. They're like, yo, let me put you on game, but the shit really scaring the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So when you got metal in your body, you got things like radiation and cell phones, which I'm not gonna stop using phones because I gotta work. So what I do is just find solutions instead of talk about pollution.
Yeah.
So I just like taking milk there. So I drunk a lot, rock starred out. And you just want to clean your liver. That's it. I just want to be old and wise. I don't want to be old and crippled.
You don't want to be young and smooth.
Nah, ain't no young in me. We just talked about it. I'm telling you.
No
People
young
be
and
saying,
down, right?
when I hear the word young, I hear no experience. I hear immature.
Really?
I hear don't know what's going on. I feel like you think you know everything. Like young, when you young, you think you got it down packed until life hits you.
Okay.
That shit's like a freight train.
All right. So so this actually brings to my next question. All right. You say you want to be old, healthy, and all that stuff, grown, right?
No, I'm gonna be old. I'm claiming that.
Okay, you claiming it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, but you still putting out music, right?
Yeah, I'm about to put music out now.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got a new single out, Shake Your Dress. I
remixed Sexy Red record.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, people, man. It was on my. I'm talking about like I actually felt like I was about to lose fans behind it.
Really?
What? That was on.
Why did you think you'd lose it?
It's like, yo, how the you not on this, nigga? You supposed to be on this. I'm like, God damn.
Okay.
Like, that's like.
So how did that come about? How did you?
I just did it and put it out.
You just did it.
Yeah.
Okay. So how she feel about it?
Yeah, they respond like, yo, we want to put it out. Can we put it out? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Love.
Because she feel like you co-signed her now, right?
I guess.
I mean,
I mean, take her fame. Like.
No, she felt like
but
you co-signed her.
She definitely sounded like a female version of me. Like when I was like young, I'm like, damn, Sexy Red sound like a female.
You feel that way?
It's ill though. It's fire. Cause what I learned about Sexy Red is a lot of people got a lot of criticism on her, but to me, she just make people feel sexy, and her form of it. So that's her form of being sexy. So what people actually criticize her for, she's actually empowering people to be.
She don't make me feel sexy.
No, some people.
She get me ratchet. But we have ratchet moments. I mean, I'm straight from the hood, so I'm okay with that. You know, that moment,
I guess I was raised around ratchet, so it felt normal. And a lot of other people was too, and they acting like they wasn't. So when they get into
definitely raised around it.
So it's not ratchet then. It's normalized. At least these women in those shoes can have a career and something going for themselves instead of being deemed and damned to the ground as if another woman that's not acting like them are doing better but actually doing the same shit but just hiding it. So she's just more out there with it, and then for me it shows me that nobody's there to help her, so she have to be this.
No, and I agree, because my friends laugh at me. They said if I wouldn't know you, I wouldn't know you that you wasn't ratchet, because what I put out is totally different than when we hanging out or just us. Damn. You know what I'm saying? What?
That's experience.
I don't want that on TV. I don't want the ratchet part.
But that goes with experience. Imagine if you was young, you would have been on TV like, yo, what the like? You know what I'm saying? So now with experience,
I'm like that now. Shoot, they'll tell you I'm real. You know, but I mean, I just like to have fun. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, and you're right. She's actually being how people really want to be, but they're not gonna say it.
Certain people. Like, you had female rappers that was the MC Lights, the Queen Latifahs, the Eves, the Little Kims, the Foxy Browns, the City Girls. Now you got the Sexy Reds. It's different personalities in women.
Do you think she took over the City Girl era?
I don't think she did none. I think like that they just a part of the era. I think when you start saying somebody took over something now, subliminally, unconsciously, you're making them compete.
Yeah.
When everybody's speaking this whole peaceless kumbaya.
Yeah.
I think people's actions and their words are conflicting into results that everybody don't want.
Yeah.
So instead of by beating her down, why didn't all these women in secret come to her? Instead of publicly going to her. That shit is disrespectful. I can't stand a person that's giving me advice in the eye of the public. That's in this era, we got a word for it. That shit called clout chasing.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? This is not
I'm with it. I'm skiing, so it is what it is.
Hell yeah, me too. I'm good.
Skiing. All right. So could we expect another project from you?
Yeah, I'm putting music out this year. For sure.
This year?
For sure.
All right. Any features?
I don't know. For sure.
You don't know?
I never ever did features with like artists and stuff. Because it's just hard to get them to perform with you. It's just hard. And plus, like, I like doing shows. I hate doing a show where you got one verse.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, they looking for, where's Montel Jordan? Like, he's on this. Like,
yeah.
You could never get it.
Yeah,
I did that with No Hands. It was like so hard for me and Wale and Roscoe to be in one spot.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, this record's so big.
And probably expensive, right? Because everybody's going to get paid.
I don't want to get paid. I don't care. If one of them called me, I can't speak for anybody. And this is not me talking about Wale or Roscoe. I don't care. If I'm on a record, somebody go, Waka, because you come out, I'm like, I'm outside. Most people are like, yo, I got something to do. And it's just, I don't want to fall out with nobody. I don't want to dislike anybody. So I tend to like get away from shit like that. Yeah.
So how do you feel the rap game has changed from before when you first started to now?
I just think rap is way younger now. Before, when you had like highlights of kids, it was like Bow Wows, it was like Criss Cross, it was like Little Romeo. Now it's a million of them. You know what I'm saying? You had a Soulja Boy that popped because he was younger and he danced. But now in today's time, I was just looking at? I was looking at the Wu-Tang video. I'm like, yo, these are actually grown men. If you see like Def Jam era and this, they were older men. Those wasn't no young 17, 14 years old. Like people keep saying, yo, hip hop changed and hip hop dangerous. Yo, you have 14-year-olds. What do you want them to do?
Yeah.
Like y'all acting like they got jobs and they don't have nothing going on. Of course they're gonna be wild. Of course they gonna only wear clothes and want to drive fancy cars. That's what kids do. Kids want to do adventurous stuff. So I just think hip hop is just way younger.
It's younger.
And these adults in hip hop are allowing these labels to sign these kids. And that's the problem, in my opinion. I think the people that's wanting respect is not coming here like just forcing respect in the most adult way. Like Not trying to sun people.
Well, it's funny you say that because we just celebrated 50 years of hip hop, right? You know what I'm saying?
And I ain't see him add my mother to that. That shit was disrespectful, but that's a whole nother subject.
Let's talk about it.
Nah, I'm just gonna say that. I
don't
have to elaborate on that.
Okay, all right. I mean,
that was disrespectful.
I was gonna go there because I know a lot of people expressed that they didn't give Atlanta the shine that was needed.
No, they definitely didn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. For Atlanta just held hip hop down. Hip hop was. It's funny because I remember when I first came out. Nas had a CD out called Hip Hop Was Dead. Like 50s, it was like at the ending of his reign, he was coming out when I came out. So I remember, and a guy off YouTube just showed me this. This is crazy. I didn't even recognize this. It's a white kid off YouTube just did a piece on me. He was like, yo, I call Waka Flocka album whack. And until 15, 14 years later, this is like the classic of the decade. I was like, damn, I ain't even know all this stuff. I ain't know hip hop wasn't selling or nothing. I ain't know like I changed the whole sound of music and bought life. But it wasn't me. I felt the credit. It was the South. It was Georgia. It was Atlanta that really took the sound and actually introduced a whole nother sound.
A whole new sound.
It's funny because when my album come out later on that year, Jay-Z and Kanye complimented my whole album sound. Rick Ross did it. They just did it on a more prestige sound. So instead of helping Waka, they duplicated Waka in many forms. That's crazy. Like
it's not too late. What would you like to see happen?
Nothing. I don't give a damn.
I mean, but even for your mom, you feel like that she.
Oh no, she don't give a damn. So shit, like, how could I?
Okay.
She don't care. It's like, Waka, fuck. Like, my mother's just on some. I did it because I felt like I needed to do it. I ain't do it to get a card or credit. I'm good. So if she felt like that, how can I feel a certain way?
Okay.
And she actually taught me there's power in that too, so that's fine.
I mean, kudos to you. I mean, you still doing music. You say you still putting something out.
I'm about to start back doing music. I ain't been doing music like 7 years.
But even just to still say, hey, I'm putting something out this year, and it didn't stop you and say, oh, hey, they didn't want to do this, I'm gonna still do it, and here we are, you know. So that's what's up. But right now, first of all, I want to talk about your honorary doctorate. I didn't know you had a doctorate degree. That's what's up. Congratulations.
Yes, shout out to the apostle, man. Shout out to the apostle.
Okay.
This one woman, like outside my mother, I see like just so strong. Her name is Apostle Bridget C. Outlaw.
Okay.
This is a woman that has over 15 degrees. She runs over 300 churches, a black woman. And I watched her pull tractor trailers up, feeding people, clothing people. And it just reminded me of how my mother used to do, running in houses, getting single women or women that was getting prostituted underage, and how she was coming and saving the community. So when I met with the apostle, and that's one of my friend's older sisters, she just became like a big sister and a mentor for me. And she was telling like, Waka, like, you get honored. I'm like, what, a doctor? I didn't know what it was. Again, I'm from the streets. I ain't know, like, she's like, yo, you did a list of stuff.
Yeah.
But the stuff I do, I don't be wanting credit. I just want it to be fulfilling.
Yeah.
It's better than giving somebody $1 in a cup. I think the stuff I wanted to do, I didn't want it for camera. I just wanted people to know, like, people in my position are human. So don't let them confuse you with gestures of giving you money or a turkey. Like, people like in my spot could actually do this without the credit.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was recognized, so somebody gave me an honorary degree for that.
That's what's up. Well, congratulations to you. I mean, yeah, you're right. They don't capture this on camera, on TV, because a lot of stuff you saying and how you feel it wasn't captured in that light. You know, even in your rap career, it was more like, you know, the wild boy. Like,
I'm glad. Now, I'm gonna be honest, yo. I'm gonna keep it gangster. Like, I know, like, in the past, I was kind of tight. Like, damn, how are they giving this person my credit, this person my credit? But then again, me looking back right now, I'm like, thank God they didn't give me no credit for all that evilness.
Yeah.
I was misguided. Yo, the devil had my ear, hand, and just like he just had me by the neck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
And
that's growth right there. To know that the devil have you know.
What? I'm living. I ain't gonna front. Like cause I feel like I messed up, and I understand what kids in the hood is. When you mess up in school, or you mess up in sports, or you mess up in that one thing you think will get you out. Now you feel trapped in. That's what makes people feel trapped, because we only looking for one thing to take us out, or we depending on that one person to take us out. That's what everybody everybody I talked to had that same problem.
Yeah.
So when I messed up in like basketball in school, I'm like, nigga, I'm in the streets. I just went full throttle.
Yeah. So you manage artists now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many artists?
I have 4 artists that I've been doing artist development with. I had 3 technically.
Artist development. Okay.
Yeah, meaning I just spent all my money with no return just to show them, like, and they be pissed. They be like, yo, ain't they gonna put my music? I'm like, but you want me to put all this money, get you in a big ass room to talk about a small ass neighborhood problem. What the fuck do I look like?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to help you change your life, but you going back in your life and encouraging people and bragging off some shit. What you think the people in the neighborhood that you talking about go think?
Because they're immediately thinking, oh, he did it this way, I want to do it this way too. And they come to you thinking, and you like, nope, I did it. It wasn't right. Well, let me show you the right direction. So Oh, guess what? Them niggas be like, oh, this is my opportunity to get out the hood because I'm about to punish him. I'm about to show them I'm realer than him. Yeah.
So now, there you go. Now you have 100 other people behind you doing the same thing. I'm just saying, like, I'm just a person that don't want to talk about politics. I'm not a guy that's going to get on camera and tell you about power rules or bloods or gangs or anything because that's not honorable. I'm not a guy that's going to be ashamed of how I came up because that's not honorable. I'm just telling people I did not change. I evolved. And if a person can't live with me evolving, then that's your problem. Now you got to live with that. And coming from that position, I think it just feels better. I think I don't talk science because I'm not a scientist. I don't talk politics, I'm not a politician.
But you can still have an opinion.
Yeah, but do it matter? Everybody got opinions, like a if.
Yeah, but that's kind of like freedom of speech. Like, you still want to be able to express how you feel at the end of the day.
Yeah, but we in that era where we need opinions from people that actually experienced it and professionally can handle that conversation. That's just Waka's opinion. Like you say, I got an opinion. Yeah. For me, man, it's just not, I don't feel comfortable talking about stuff that I know somebody got better advice doing.
Okay.
So if people I always tell people that, like, yo, Waka, what would you do in this situation? I'm like, yo, how do I do this? How do I do that? How can I learn from you? I'm like, listen, let me show you the 7 things or the 9 or 12 things that made me so you could grab from that so you could be better than me.
Yeah.
The job for me in my life is to make people better than me.
Yeah.
And that's by telling the truth, giving you open advice. I don't want nobody attached to me. Cause I got enough shit going for myself that I could be successful on my own. I don't have to stand on your back, crawl on your back, put my hands over your eyes or nothing. I actually want you to be awoke as possible.
Yeah. Well, speaking of success, let's talk about Brick Squad Monopoly.
Yeah.
All right. What's that about?
Brick Squad Monopoly, it started with me and Goose. Goose was 1017. I was Brick Squad. Together we was 1017 Brick Squad. I guess in Goose's life, he had a lot of crisis in his life to where he was just like, yo, I gotta be bigger. Do I agree with how he did it? No. Could have been better? Hell yeah. But that's the life he gotta live doing. So when he did 1017, I said, yo, I gotta work on Brick Squad, but I don't wanna just sign anybody. It's a whole bunch of artists that made it today that I know for a fact I could sign, and they'll tell you this. But I wasn't capable of doing that because I knew that mentally I wasn't ready. Financially I was, but mentally I was not ready.
Okay.
Even put my life a part of their life. So Brick Squad Monopoly it's the Brick Squad. We build it brick by brick and we monopolize music.
Okay.
So right now, it's time for me to come out. Like, everybody had their time with their artists. I watch every like CEO and shit like come out with their artists. And my whole biggest thing now is not about signing a good artist. It's about what my artist's gonna do after he stop rapping. And I think that's what people are judging me on.
Exactly.
That's what I want.
That's what you're gonna do after. It makes sense. Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Well, this brings us to our question of the day. All right. I'll need you to just put your hand in this box and pull out a question. We're gonna get a little bit more personal. Right. I don't know what's in there. You know, it ain't a setup.
I don't give a damn. Poly or monogamy? I like monogamy.
You like monogamy?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell my girl that now. I can't do poly.
Oh, congratulations on that too. You just went public with your new girl.
Yeah. It's tough.
It's tough, yeah, because what you also made a statement, please respect our privacy and my private life. I mean, how could you have a private life being such a icon? I mean, come on, think about it.
No. What I mean by privacy, meaning don't create scenarios like, yo, where's Tammy or this? Like, it's crazy because she's in a relationship.
Yeah.
Just respect her privacy enough to that fact.
Yeah.
Obviously, I signed up for this shit, so it's nothing that's too private, right? But I just think it's not fair for the females. For me personally, hey, it is what it is. Yeah. I don't have feelings that deep. But I know women, it bothers y'all to hear shit all the time. Yeah. I was raised by a woman. I raised a young woman. I know. Like, no matter how tough a woman acting, that shit bothers them. A man could just like, whatever. Cause that ain't, but a woman will be on some shit like, yo, you need to be on, but my girl is not on that. But it's just the poly shit ain't me. I can't deal with 2 girls.
How do you feel about it being so common right now?
But a lot of other people can. Again, that's what makes them happy. How is it wrong?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying I'm not happy having more than 1 girl.
I think how they look at it is
I don't
like
have a purpose for it.
I might as well agree to it versus getting cheated on. What's the difference?
That's deep. But
I'm just saying.
Again, 3 things: politics, religion, and relationships. I can't give people advice on that. Because that's your personal take on life.
Yeah.
So however you move and whatever you say, I just feel like it's not fair to push that on anybody to be monogamous, have monogamy or have poly and say this the right way. No, that's your right way. That's just like saying it's one way to God. It's not. It's a million ways to God. So
that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. So, I love God. I talk God all day. I know God
definitely.
Real. With no religion, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I love every religion. I love God. Like I love God.
I love God too.
I don't worship God. I don't play God. I just love God.
I love God too. Now you have a stock market. I know Keith was telling me something with
buying stocks and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I read this thing. I think I seen something a long time ago, man. Well, a guy was like, it was. It's around when Dick Gregory had this quote. He's like, nigga, what you buy a Rolls Royce for? And drive it back around the hood, nigga, to show us you the richest motherfucker? And da-da-da. And I just had a Rolls Royce. Like, it's crazy. So I felt guilty. And right before the Dick Gregory, I seen a guy was like, oh, y'all wearing Gucci, Louis, Prada, and all this shit. You might as well just buy stock and get paid anytime somebody else buy it. I'm like, stock. It's just, I had to realize I never seen nobody come from 0 to $1 million legally in my life of living. And I never even seen them do it to this day. Like nobody. Because it's tough. I wasn't raised around real estate agents and stock guys. I wasn't raised around that. But today, kids that look like us are. And I think we should point their heads to that direction and stop just keeping them in some street tactics and stop being this adult that came back. In my days, we had this. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because Bitcoin is big too now, everybody.
Yeah, Bitcoin saved my life.
Okay.
Crypto saved my life.
Really?
For sure.
Okay,
yeah,
elaborate on it.
I have 2 cots in a pot if it wasn't for crypto.
Okay.
Because people stole so much from me and did so much damage to me that I'm tough. I could be as tough as ever, but it got to the point where I just shut down. That's why, like in my previous marriage, like it's not that we walked away or nothing. I just had to come to an agreement. Like I would have came to a mental breakdown. I finally know what it feels like to be depressed. I finally understand it. Like it got to a point where nothing in the world made me happy but eating food. And next thing you know, I'm 315 pounds.
Wow.
Like it's crazy the way when you depressed and you at your lowest point that you start actually deteriorating yourself. And I couldn't live with the fact of having that. So that's some serious shit.
So what advice would you have for someone like yourself who's strong, a big influence in the community, how to deal with depression, especially as a man, because that's something we don't talk about. That's something we don't admit to. That's something we don't, actually take care of. We look at someone and could see the depression and then just keep it moving. But we see a woman or a child, going through it, it's like they need help, versus a male.
I think it's the expectations.
Okay.
I think for me, I had too many expectations on what I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. And I got this thing to where I feel like I could save everybody. I really feel like I could save everybody.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And timing as well. I lost track of time because you work so hard. 8 years go by, 9 years go by. People feel like you left them behind, but you're too busy holding things together. Like people don't get to see the back end of it. In my life, I can make a picture for you. It just reminds me of like when they used to, back in the day, and I hate to use this analogy, but when like slave owners had slaves and tied their hands, their arms and feet with horses, and they getting pulled. That's my life. So I think for me, it's more like who's pulling, who's gonna stop with force, who's gonna realize that they're pulling. So that's why I got into a fact, because nobody was realizing it. And then I got to a point to where it wasn't about how you doing today. Yo, what's up, bro? I love you. It wasn't none of that shit. It was more like, yo, my bills. Yo, Waka, I got this idea. Yo, Waka, I need help. Yo, Waka, can I get in the club? Yo, Waka, could you get me in the club? Yo, Waka, I heard you did this. Yo, Waka, I heard they said this. Yo, it gets to a point you're like, God damn. Like, I didn't know that. This shit was happening over the years and years and years and years. And then when you fighting a war outside your house, then you go on a war in your house, the shit feel like Armageddon.
Yeah.
So for me, for my defense mechanism, it's just like, yo, I gotta chill the fuck out. And I was like, yo, I lost myself.
But don't change who you are.
No. That's years of going. I ain't talking about today.
Because I always look at it like this.
I haven't been mad in a
God
long
might have
time.
put you on here on this earth to bless people. And you got to remember, I had to accept this too.
Yeah.
You know, those who bless you, who you bless will not bless you. You got to understand that. Like, you had to come to terms with that. Like, because I'm blessing you, my blessing's going to come from somewhere else no matter what.
See,
you know?
but that falls into expectations now. Now watch this.
No expectations.
Watch this though.
Because if I bless you, I have no expectations.
All right. In my experience,
Okay.
this is the only thing I do now. I had to realize, like, this. I came to the conclusion of, you lost yourself? People were like, yeah, I did. I'm like, yo, who were you before that? And they couldn't even answer.
They don't even know.
So how did you lose yourself? Right.
You
so
haven't found
in that
yourself
fact,
yet. Yeah.
So in that fact of you saying you lose yourself, that's you coming to realization of who you are.
Exactly.
So now some people in that moment can't deal with who they are or deal with how much they got to fight to get stable. I'm just a challenging person that I had that moment. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm not depressed. Nigga, you wilding. You eating too much. Yo, you spending too much. You sending too much money here. I had a moment of realization that I never had in my life. And that was a breath of fresh air.
Breath of fresh air.
Right then and there, I was comfortable. It's no matter, like, that's why I had to break into, like, yo, Waka, how I feel the way your pants 4 times and people know you famous. Just do it. How I feel the way, like, shit like this. Just do it. Like, how would people react to you? So I wanted the person inside me to shine harder than what I wore, what I rocked, what I drove, what I said, what I look like, who I hang around. That's like, when you strip those perks, you no longer high off the rod of being famous or rich or anything like that. Like,
Just be you.
What? I remember people was like, yo, Waka, let me borrow some shit. I'm like, nigga, I'm sleeping in a hotel with a Phantom Ghost and a fucking Bentley. I'm in a hotel. This is when I had to learn the power of, like, banking and financial structure. But some people in that position can blame their parents for not teaching them. But I'm not that guy. I learned, like, nigga, my mom's raised 5 boys. It's impossible for her to teach me financing. She couldn't even have time. I think it's my job to learn this and bring it back home. And give it to an elder that can take this to the next level. Yeah. That's the position that we gotta have. And that's the essence of what the community lost. We lost leaving the house and coming back with information. No, people leave the house today and go buy a bigger house and invite the family there now.
Yeah.
But you just killed your foundation.
Killed the foundation.
So, that's like my grandmother's house. If we still in Queens, she still got a foundation there. No matter what, I'm still gonna go there and make sure she grandmother know. Like, it's just, you just gotta keep your morals, man. And it's tough keeping your morals in a world full of deception.
That's what's up.
And people that's being deceitful all the time. So you just gotta, that's the fight. That's the choice. That's the, God don't choose people. You gotta choose God. That's what people gotta confuse. Yeah. People think God got favorites or God got favor or God chooses his kids. No, you choose God. Yeah. God chose you by making you in the image of him. And however you feel with that. So that's just Waka's opinion for himself, not for the world.
Well, it's being spoken to the world right now. I thank you for coming, just being open, getting comfortable on my couch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Take my shoes off and shit.
You can take your shoes off and get in the other side of Waka, not just the flame. So thank you for joining me today. All right.
All right,
thank you guys for tuning in.